All right, Pastor Jimmy, who we have?
First one we have is Daniel Foster.
Come on, Daniel. Hop up in there, man. Slide forward. You're good right here. It's fine. Turn around this way. Face that way. That way they got you on camera. You can go ahead and sit down. Tell you what, he is excited to be up here posing for pictures and everything. He was ready to jump in while the countdown was on and ready to go. I think a couple times during service he thought about it in that. But Daniel, turn around here for a second, man. Have you asked Jesus into your heart?
Yes.
And you're going to live for him?
Yes.
All right. Turn around for me. This way. All the way around. Face that way.
Next is Grayson Waddell.
Grayson, come on up, man. Grayson, do you profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
Yes.
All right, good.
Next is Valerie Waddell.
Come on. All right, Valerie, do you profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
Yes.
Next is Fallon Suttle.
Yeah. Profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Next is Ethan Spencer.
Come on, Mr. Ethan. Will, you want to help out with this one? All right, slide forward for me, bud. Ethan, do you profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior? You're going to serve him every day of your life? You got some pretty awesome parents there. You follow your dad's example, okay? You pray like you hear him pray. You read like you read like you see him read and seek after God. You worship the way you see him worship. All right? Because he's going to be a good example, right, Will? I believe God's going to do awesome things in you, man. All right? Go ahead and sit down.
Next is Eddie Godonsky.
Come on, Mr. Eddie. Brother, I tell you, last week, the testimony and stuff that you shared was just amazing what God's doing in your life. And I know at that event you went to me and Pastor Q and Pastor Jeremy, pretty much anybody who would listen, and you told about what God did in your life over the last weekend. Don't ever lose that fire, all right? You profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior? Absolutely.
Next is Cody and Raquel Lusk.
When I preach, I kind of look out and I try to find a couple people that are hungry, because it makes it easy, because some of the people just stare at me blankly or mean or that type of thing. But there's such a hunger in your eyes when I speak. And I can tell you leaned in, you're listening and everything. Even in your own quiet time, make sure that you're leaned in and intentional to hear the voice of the Father, because he wants to begin to speak to both of you about his plans for you as individuals and his plans for you as a couple. And just continue to seek him, and whatever he says, just surrender it to him, submit to it, and watch his plan for your life. It's going to be amazing. Do you both profess Jesus as your Lord and Savior? Yes.
Next is Charlie Spencer.
Come on, Miss Charlie. Want to help out? Charlie, I've seen some of those little video clips and stuff that you and your sister do. I believe that you guys have a special talent that God is going to use. Even in those little things, that God can use it to teach others about Jesus, and that God can use it to bring him glory if you allow him to, okay? Don't ever be ashamed of Jesus. You love him with all your heart, and you serve him with all your heart, okay? Have you asked Jesus into your heart?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and grab a seat. She's been practicing in the bathtub for this.
Next is Jenna Foreign.
Jenna, I want to tell you something. Like, you're everywhere. The school, at the block parties, at the food trucks, here on Sunday, working in children's back there. Don't ever lose that passion for Jesus like that. The Bible said that the greatest in the kingdom is the servant to them all. And you live your life like you're trying to serve everybody. Don't ever stop that. You may never get up here and preach or hold big conferences or anything like that, but don't let anybody belittle what you're doing, because you're serving with all your heart, and it's beautiful to see. All right? Do you confess Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
Yes.